Hey, all, Bryan VantHof here with Remax Advantage Plus and Ramsey Trusted. Hope you're doing well and having a great last full week of June. A lot of things going on here for the rest of the summer. We have Vikings training camp coming up in probably just a little over a month. We have 4th of July coming up next week, the 250th anniversary of the United States independence. And we've got the State Fair only 9 short weeks away here. So hopefully you've enjoyed your summer so far, but you also have some plans still scheduled for these last 2 months before the leaves start to change color again here. So enjoy your summer. Let's look at the real estate market here this week. We're seeing a natural shift for the time of the year shift. We're seeing inventory climbing, but showing requests are dropping. So inventory will continue to climb, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. Inventory will continue to climb through September, which is our peak inventory of the year. September is when we always have the most homes on the market, but we are starting to see showing requests also start to decline as we get through the rest of the summer. Our busiest showing time of the year, the most showings per listing, occur in April and May and early June. After that, things do tend to slow down, and again, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Looking at the week that was for those previously owned homes within that 50-mile radius of downtown Minneapolis in Minnesota, we saw 1,315 new listings hit the market. That's down 86 from the prior week, but 94 more than the same week last year. Of our new listings, 938 were single family, down 100, 273 townhomes, up 16, and 104 condos, that's down 2. At least 262 of our new listings did sell in the first week. So that's roughly 20%, a little over 20% of all new listings did sell in the first week. That's actually slightly down from the previous week. There are 374 coming soon listings out there right now. That is down 27 as we head into the 4th of July week. Not as many coming soon listings, not as many new listings hitting the market. It's up 59 from last year, however. Total available inventory did climb to 6,746, which is up 171 from the prior week and 1,027 more than the same week last year. Of available homes, 4,175 are single-family homes. That's up 2.4% from the prior week, with the median price of $510,000. That's up $7,500, and days on the market at 33, which is unchanged. Townhomes are 1,434 of available inventory. That is an increase of 6% over the prior week, and a median listing price of $300,000, unchanged, with days on the market of 40, up 2. Condos are 1,137 of available homes. That's actually down slightly, down less than 1% from the prior week, with a median listing price of $195,000. That's unchanged. Days on the market is 72, which is a little bit longer by 2 than the prior week. In the past week, we saw 999 homes go from active to pending, down 76. 997 homes went from pending to closed. That's down 139. And there is a total of 4,496 pending listings out there right now, set to close this month, next month, August. That's up 27. Just from today till the end of June, there are projected to be 1,386 homes that will close. So we really should see about 5,000 total closed sales in the month of June of previously owned homes within that 50-mile radius of downtown Minneapolis and Minnesota. June is traditionally the busiest month for closings during the year. Looking back over the past 5 years, June has had the most closed sales of any month of the year, every year over the past 5 years. Just looking at this year so far, May we had 4,242 closed sales, April had 3,375, and June is going to be approximately 5,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but significantly more than May and April. So again, the most closed sales happened in the month of June, which means most purchase agreements of the year were written in late April and May to get us to these June closings. June closings this year look very similar to where we were at the same time last year. We might be slightly higher this year than where we were last year. We have significantly more inventory. We've got 20% more inventory on the market this year than we did last, giving buyers more options. And again, just that will probably impact our June closings to show just slightly better than where we were for June of last year. Something we've also seen over the past 5 years is that closed sales in the month of July drop compared to June, but our July closings are lower than our August closings. So we do have a little bit of a surge after the 4th of July, in July, when buyers really come back to try to lock something up before the snow starts to fly, before the leaves start to fall. So we have kind of this little dip. June closings high, July closings go down, and then August closings are more again. So showing activity, as an example, June showing activity or offer activity is slightly lower than May, and actually slightly lower than where we're going to see in July of this year as well. So as I mentioned in the past, closed sales for a month are an indication of showing/offer activity from the prior month. Over the past year, we've seen a drop in showing activity in June, continuing through the end of the year. We continue. June is April and May are peak showing activity. Most showings per listing occur in April and May, and then June through really January, we start to see a decrease in overall showing activity per listing. Showing activity in July was lower than June, but August had more closed sales than July. So what does that mean? July is a mad dash for people to still get into a home before the next school year starts or leaves start to fly or start to fall. Sellers still have, if you're looking to sell, sellers still have a chance to get a good price on their home here going through the rest of the summer, but buyers have more selection to pick from, and buyers really start to gain the upper hand on offers as we approach late August. As I mentioned, September is the month that we have the highest inventory levels of the year traditionally, and we are on track to have our highest level of September inventory since 2019. So this September we'll have the most homes available for sale that we have seen. Again, September is the highest inventory level of the year. This coming September is on track to be the highest level we'll see in 7 years. So finishing up the week here, mortgage rates remain relatively unchanged from the prior week, with a good mortgage broker being between 6.25 and 6.5. Over the past 3 months, we've seen as much as an eighth lower and maybe up to 0.25% higher than where we are today, but we have not seen a wide variation in rates here over the last 3 months. We are down 1/8% from 1 month ago, up 1/8 from 3 and 6 months ago, up 1/4 from 9 months ago, and up 1/8 from 1 year ago. Showing activity, as I kind of talk about, we're starting to tail off on showing activity. Showing activity dropped to 15,525 showing requests for the week. That's a reduction of 875 over the prior week, and it's down slightly from where we were last year, down by about 100 from this time last year. Showings per listing did drop to 3.16 from 3.31. Last year was 3.34. So we are seeing fewer showing requests per house than what we saw at this time last year and last week. It's just a function of where we are in the market. This is what happens. This is what happens at this time of the year. Doesn't mean the market is going anywhere. It's just being a normal market. We are seeing, again, more inventory, but we giving buyers more options. So if you are a buyer, we are really entering the prime time of the year for you as a buyer to really start gaining a position of power kind of over our sellers. Again, sellers can still get a good price, but buyers are certainly in a much better position than what they were 2 months ago when making offers on properties. Anybody offering in July and August, I'm telling people, they're serious buyers. We might have lower showing requests in the month of July, but these buyers are there to make decisions and buy homes. I hope you have a great last weekend of June here. Please feel free to reach out for discussion about your real estate goals. Strategy is so important, and having someone who tracks the market by your side is vital. And maybe I say this every week, but it is so important. I had a prospective client of mine call me this week who was working with a friend of theirs. They've been friends for a long time, and whether they're close friends, she said they're friends. Whether they're close friends, I don't know. But their friend was helping them, helping her and her family find a home. Her friend helps about 10 buyers and sellers per year. So that's for a part-time job. This other agent is a busy agent. It's not like she's selling 20, 30, 40 homes per year. She's selling 10 homes per year. This prospective client was growing frustrated, or is growing frustrated with her friend, because her family was losing out on offers. One, her friend wasn't prioritizing them to get in to look at homes. Two, her friend wasn't putting offers together that would help her win, or help this prospective client win the purchase on the property that they were offering on. And she always felt like contacting her friend seemed like it was bothering her friend, like she was interfering with her friend's life and asking the person that they had hired to help them find a home answer questions. So it can be very frustrating for buyers and sellers who don't have an agent by their side, who's answering the phone, who doesn't prioritize them, and who kind of doesn't treat real estate as a career, but more as a side gig where they get to it when they get to it. That's not what you as a buyer or a seller should expect. The question is, do you want to work with a part-time agent who finds your needs to be an inconvenience to their own life? Or do you want someone who has this as a career and prioritizes you? You shouldn't have to worry about whether you are bothering the person that you have hired with one of the most important decisions that you're ever going to make in your life, buying or selling a home. So if you're looking for a full-time agent, if you're looking for somebody who's knowledgeable, if you're looking for somebody who's going to prioritize you and answer the phone and treats this as a business, as a job, as putting the customer first, I'm here to help you. So I hope you have a great weekend. If you're looking to buy or sell, reach out, call, text, email. I'm here for you. Reach out anytime. And again, I hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.